Hi, this is Arthur Robinson Jr. I am the creator of PowerfulInterviews.com and I am the creator of AudioSecretsTrainingEvent.com. I want to welcome each and every one of you to this powerful video. Today's video, you're going to experience life-changing information that you will not find anywhere else. I'm doing an incredible interview with a great friend of mine. His name is Harvey Mackay. Harvey Mackay is the owner of Harvey Mitchell Company, and he generates over $100 million in revenue, and he has over 500 employees work for his phenomenal company. Harvey Mackay is the best-selling author of Swim with the Sharks, and he is the author of his new powerful book called The MBA Selling in the Real World. I'm going to repeat that he is the new author of this powerful book called The Mackay MBA of Selling in the Real World. So in this interview, he's going to be talking about in detail how you can take your business to the next level. He's also going to talk about in detail how you can generate real money by building a successful company and much, much more. So this is not bullshit information. This is real information that's going to take yourself and your business to the next level. But remember, you have to implement what you learn. So right about now, go get your pen and your pad, sit back and relax, and write down some notes. In this interview that I'm going to reveal to you with my great friend Harvey Mackay in regards to how you can sell in the real world, this interview is going to change your life. So check it out.
You are experiencing a life-changing, powerful interview, and you are hearing it first from Arthur Robinson Jr.'s PowerfulInterviews.com.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Arthur Robinson Jr. I am the creator of PowerfulInterviews.com, and today I have another special interview for each and every one of you. Today I have a wonderful person on the call, and he's a great friend of mine. His name is Harvey Mackay. And for those that don't know Harvey, let me explain to each and every one of you about this incredible, powerful man. Harvey Mackay is the author of 6 New York Times bestsellers. His first 2 books, Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive and Beware the Naked Man Who Offers You His Shirt, has been translated into 42 languages and distributed in 80 countries. Both books were New York Times #1 bestsellers and are also listed by the Times among the top 15 inspirational business books of all times. Harvey's latest book, The Mackay MBA of Selling in the Real World, comes out Volume 1 in 2011. Use your head to get your foot in the door. Job Search Secrets No One Else Will Tell You was released February 2010 and reached number 4 on the New York Times bestseller list. His other books include Dig Your Well Before You're Thirsty, 1997, and Push the Envelope in 1999, and We Got Fired. And It's the Best Thing That Ever Happened to Us, 2004, which became his 3rd New York Times #1 bestseller. His books have sold more than 10 million copies worldwide. I'm going to repeat that. Harvey's books have sold more than 10 million copies worldwide. In addition to that, Harvey is the chairman of Mackay Mitchell Envelope Company, a $100 million company he founded at the age of 26. Mackay has 500 employees and manufactures 25 million envelopes a day, and that is an awesome resume. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome the one, the only, the powerful Harvey Mackay to the call.
Hi, sir. Happy New Year, and thank you for those kind words. I'm really looking forward to this.
Well, I'd like to thank you, Harvey, for taking time out of your busy schedule to educate me and the listeners worldwide about your powerful book, The Mackay MBA of Selling in the Real World. I gladly appreciate it.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I just came off of a 30-city book tour in 33 days approximately, and of course I'm kind of proud because it hit #1 on the Wall Street Journal, #2 on the USA Today, and And again, it was my 7th New York Times bestseller, so I'm kind of proud of the results.
To everyone listening on this call, I highly recommend go and get your pen and your pad right now and write down these powerful notes that Harvey Mackay is going to explain to each and every one of you in regards to his powerful book, The Mackay MBA of Selling in the Real World. Now, Harvey, what I'd like to know, and can you educate the listeners in regards to who is the powerful Harvey Mackay, how long you've been in your powerful industry, and what is your expertise?
Well, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Still have trouble spelling the word, but that's exactly what I wanted to be. I graduated from the University of Minnesota. I'm calling right now from my company that I did founded after I got out of school, called the Mackay Envelope Company, which today is the Mackay Mitchell Envelope Company, again with about $100 million in sales. Then after I got out of school, became a salesperson, again founded my own business. And about 24 years ago, approximately 24 years ago, I wrote Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive, and that was a book of life-changing lessons for me, and I guess for the marketplace. Interesting, just a brief aside, I always wanted to be the first author to ever say money-back guarantee if you don't like this book. I had a 3-week fight, World War III, with my publisher, William Morrow and Company, but guess what, Arthur, I prevailed. Last page, I was the first author, again, 24 years ago, money-back guarantee if you don't like Swim with the Sharks. 5 million copies sold, 18 people asked for their money back, 7 of them were my best friends. Anyway, so now I've given the money-back guarantee again with the Mackay MBA of Selling in the Real World. So I write a national syndicated column for the past 19 years. I write for 100 newspapers, about 10 million circulation in the United States. And I might add, I know we have listeners from Dubai and India and China on the line. I've been very fortunate, lucky enough to speak in over 40 to 50 countries. So the concepts that I'm going to talk about with you in this interview, they don't change. Doesn't matter where you're from in the world. If you're any one of the 201 countries in the world, these concepts will work. So anyway, I started giving speeches then, Arthur, as far as you asking about my expertise. I've been speaking once a week to a Fortune 1000 company somewhere in the world, India, Pakistan, China, again, Dubai, Burma, whatever, Japan, Russia, once a week. And so with my writing of my national syndicated column and the business that I'm now running, plus the books I've written, I guess that gives me a little bit of a feel, touch, and pulse to possibly know what's going on in the world.
Now, Harvey, you are a powerful speaker, and I know that you educate a lot of people all over the world in regards to your powerful concepts. And I know in the beginning you had a lot of humble beginnings. Can you explain to the listeners in layman's terms, how did you go from humble beginnings to building a $100 million company? What is the recipe?
Well, I think there's a lot of points along the way. You always, anytime you happen to sell an account, and we're talking about selling and salesmanship here also, anytime you do something right, you like to take inventory and say, boy, what happened? How did I do that? How did I crack that account? Why did I become successful on this particular project? So, yes, humble beginnings. My father headed the Associated Press for 35 years in St. Paul, Minneapolis, again, where I'm calling from now. He was my mentor, never made $10,000 in any one year. His goal was $10,000, but he cracked 9,500. That was the best he did. But I think if you could say what might be some of the lucky lessons I've learned along the way, number one, I would say even the Lone Ranger had Tonto. You can't do it all by yourself. I've had wonderful mentors along the way. One of them, actually, he's kind of my brother. We refer to each other as brother. We're joined at the hip, and his name is Lou Holtz, a former head coach of Notre Dame for 11 years. He coached here for 2 years. I brought him into the University of Minnesota at South Carolina, William and Mary. Anyway, he's had about 6 jobs, and he's turned around 6 companies. I like to say coaching is coaching a company. We're joined at the hip, best friend I have, so of course I've learned a lot from him. I think I'd like to talk maybe for 2 or 3 minutes of why I have become successful, and then maybe the listeners will get a better feel again as to where I'm coming from. If you said to me, Arthur, Harvey, you've got 3 minutes, good luck. The interview is cut down from 45 minutes to 3 minutes. Tell us what's the most important chapter in the book. It would be the following, and that is, practice makes perfect. Not true. You have to add one word. Perfect practice makes perfect. Practice something time and time again. If you don't know what you're doing, all you're really doing is perfecting an error. You put a ceiling on how good you can become. Example, there's 20 million golfers in the United States. You can go out and play 8 days a week. You can practice 8 days a week. And if you have a loop in your swing, what are you doing? You're perfecting an error. You put a ceiling on how good you can become. I want to tell you this, coaches. I just wrote down this list recently. Here's all the coaches that I've had in my lifetime. I currently have right now about 12 of these 20 coaches, but today I've got a speech coach. I have a writing coach. I have a marathon coach. I've run 10 marathons, Bostons and New Yorks. I have a language coach. I've studied Russian, Chinese, Japanese, and Arabic. I have a social media coach. Arthur, I've got a golf coach, a tennis coach, a dance coach, thanks to my wife. I have a skiing coach. I have a memory coach I was working with in New York just 2 weeks ago. Now, here's the gist of the book. Why do I have all these coaches? Because whatever my God-given talent is, whatever my God-given potential is, that's it. I can't do anymore. So I make a decision what I want to do, any project, whatever I want to study or get better at, continuous learning. I hire the best brains I can find, coaches I can find, all right? I have a time and action calendar. A goal is a dream with a deadline. You have to have a goal, all right? And then I try my guts out, Arthur, and that's it. I can't do anymore. So if every listener out there would do this.